Here in New York City, the army now patrols the streets, guarding the still smoking ruins of the World Trade Center towers. Deep in the rubble, thousands of the dead still lie buried, 2 months after the terrorist attack. Somewhere here too lie the remains of the hijackers, who chose to die in carrying out their murderous mission, for reasons that even those who were close to the man held to be their ringleader struggle to comprehend.
Mohammed was a very peaceful person, searching for justice.
He was a very nice person, really. This is Muhammad what I knew.
The Muhammad he knew is Mohammad Atta, captured here by a security video camera taking a connecting flight to board the first plane that slammed into the side of the World Trade Center.
The thing that struck me was that he was, he had a terribly set expression on his face, totally unemotionless, cold eyes.
Did I have an impression that he was a terrorist or to become terrorist? Of course not. Because if that was the case, as I have stated all over the work, I would kill him with my own bare hands. But he was just an asshole first class.
In younger days, Mohammad Atta was a university student. To those who met him then, a normal, intelligent young man.
The question of how an individual who is normal can carry out an act of inexplicable evil to the rest of us is the question of the moment.
It's him, but there's many others as well. We've had for the first time a collective act of suicide, of terrorism. We've had for the first time people engineering their own death. We've had something very frightening when it comes to this.
Tonight on Four Corners, we follow the life of Mohammad Atta, from the beginning in Egypt to the end in New York, seeking out from those who knew him best what lay behind his deliberate decision to embark on a mission to die for. Mohammad Atta was born 33 years ago in a small village in northern Egypt. But his family moved here to the Cairo suburb of Abdeen when he was 10. His father was a lawyer, and his mother, who doted on her only son, was also an educated woman. Once a wealthy, elegant area, the suburb has long been in decline. Over the past 20 years, people here have seen their living standards plummet, their neighbourhood slump into shabby disrepair.
This house here, this entrance here? Yeah. Number 14. Right.
Mohammad Atta's neighbour showed us the flat where his family lived.
Up here, yeah? The blue shutters up there, or? Yeah, the blue shutters.
Mohammad had two sisters, both university educated as well.
One graduated from science, Faculty of Science, and the other actually she's a doctor. She's a doctor.
Arabi runs a car repair shop around the corner and lived downstairs from Mohammad Atta's family for 13 years. They moved away in 1991. The family, he says, was not particularly religious. His sisters didn't wear the veil.
زائد كمان ليس لديه محجبات أو منقبات رغم إنهم عندهم بنتين وأم وهم من أعلى مستوى الأخلاق الأدب مش يعني أخلاق.
Arabi said that the Attas didn't mix much with their neighbours, and Mohammed never brought friends home from school.
ما لم يصادق أي مخلوق سوى وقت المدرسة فقط ولم يدخل بيته أي تلميذ على مستوى التعليم كله ولم يذهب يذاكر عند أي تلميذ آخر بأن حدود الصداقة لا تتعدى 100 متر ويعود إلى البيت مرة أخرى. family اسمه محمد.
While we were chatting, some other neighbours gathered around. They were angry with the amount of attention being given to the attack on September the 11th.
You ask about Mohammad Atta. I want to tell you something. Did you went to Israel and photo the soldiers of Israel who killed the Palestinians, the children of Palestinians? Did you photo him?
Well, the media have covered that story, yes.
How?
They have been
How?
there.
The
ABC has done that story, yes.
No. The Israelis kill the children of Palestinians every day. Every day. What happened in America? Two buildings bombed. Okay? America, what does the American do? They want to hit all the world. All the world is American. For what? For two buildings.
But did you know the family here yourself?
I know them.
So you know the family Mohammad Atta? Yeah.
I live here.
And his dad, you knew them, yes?
Yeah, I know him.
Did you ever think that he might do something like this?
No one can tell you about him anything.
Why is that?
He
Why?
was a normal one.
A normal boy?
Normal boy. Like any Egyptian.
Like any Egyptian boy?
Well,
but he did something that no other Egyptian boy has done.
You are sure? You are sure that he did that?
Do you believe he did?
I don't believe.
Our translator, Hanadi, and I met up with one of Atta's schoolmates in a cafe nearby. He recalls him as a studious teenager with no really close friends and not interested in girls.
ولا كان يعني بيفكر في احنا كنا بنفكر في حاجه برضه هو لا هو كان يعني اقول لك ايه كان بيجي المدرسه يطلع البيت مذاكره والمدرسه وبس ده اللي كان هو شخصيته كده والدليل على كده اللي كنا بنشوفه في الفصل يعني كان بيناقش الاستاذ في الماده اللي هو بيشرحها بعد الدرس يناقشه احنا نصدق الجرس بيضرب نطلع انما هو كان همه الاول والاخير انه ينجح ويبقى من الاوائل.
When we approached Mohammad Atta's father, he was angry and fed up with the media. He said he'd only talk if we paid $25,000 to the Palestinian Intifada. Without that, if we continued filming, he'd break the camera. He insists that his son was not involved in the terrorist attack and has told the media he believes the Israeli intelligence agency Mossad was behind it. The week we arrived in Cairo was the same week the United States commenced the bombing of Afghanistan. At the Al-Hazar Mosque, the Friday prayers go quietly. But at the end, the anger erupts.
This is the only way to express our feelings towards what's going on all over the world. It is a war against Islam, and Bush expressed that when he said it's going to be a new crusade. It is a war against Islam.
Inside, the crowd is being addressed by members of the Muslim Brotherhood, the oldest and largest Islamist group in Egypt. The banner reads, Osama bin Laden protects the weak. The Muslim Brothers have a history of terrorism, but in recent decades they have consistently denounced the use of violence. They remain a potent force in the revival of Islamic activism, and for that the organisation has been banned. But individual Muslim brothers, like Issam El-Arian, can